this good man for Good Memory Show on this Thursday. Everybody's having a great Thursday. It's a beautiful day here in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm getting all excited about this South Carolina Comic-Con coming to the Greenville Convention Center. It'll be hosted by Borderlands. They're the ones that come up with this idea and everything. Looks like there'll be a lot of wrestlers in part of this show and stuff. He's talking about doing an audio, some kind of live, some commercial videos of wrestlers and stuff and everything. I'm hoping that I can get some interviews on some of these people on my show. I follow a lot of wrestlers and stuff. And Sting last night was awesome. Last night in AEW, All Elite Wrestling. I have one of their All Elite Wrestling masks. It's like pretty cool and everything. I follow wrestling really big right now, and that's about the only one I watch. I watched it on the replay from it last night. Big Show was on there. Paul White made his big announcement. He's back. He's going to be announcing and stuff during it, and on in AEW, Paul White and everything. I'm so glad. I can't wait to go to the South Carolina Comic-Con and be a big part of that show and that thing and see what's going on with all the wrestling and all the comics and people showing up and people dressed up. It's going to be interesting. I hope the Batmobile or whatever might be a certain vehicle there maybe. Who knows? From a comic thing like Ghostbusters maybe. Who knows what they'll be having in there and all that stuff. It'd be cool. Be my first one going and stuff. I've never been to one before. I'm going to be promoting it from all the way to April 17th to 18th. And while I'm out of town too, whatever they post, I'll run it by and throw it up here. We'll be talking about whatever I do up in Louisville too. I'll be talking about the Louisville Slugger Museum, and we were talking about going where they do the Kentucky Derby and visiting it. And all kind of different places up there and everything else. Got to meet the owner of the Borderlands and stuff, and that's kind of a cool guy and everything. Usually you never know about them when you talk to them and stuff here and there, online or whatever. But other than that, I'm like getting excited. This is something I can promote on my podcast and everything. I've been looking for something fun to do. I know we're going to have Artist Fair coming downtown. I don't know what. I got to look more into details on that one. We got a lot of things going on with this thing, and I'm going to be updating as we go, and they'll probably update more things, and I'll share it on my Facebook/GradDemand45, and we're going to end up, I'm hoping they'll let me come and do some of the interviews. Go sit there, and if anybody wants to be on my show, they can contact me through Facebook/GradDemand45, and we'll do a show, and I'll sit down and we'll run with it. I want to do a podcast and stuff, and I love interviewing, and it makes my show fun. The more you talk about things, what they're talking about, like comics and everything. And I'm a big Shazam comic collector. I collect some Batman, Spider-Man. I'm not big on the X-Men or the Fantastic Four or stuff like that, or X-Men, or Thor, or Captain America, in between, more Spider-Man and stuff like that. I used to have a Spider-Man when I was a kid, and somebody messed that one up, and I ain't been able to get that one back. It was a 1984 or 86 little figure. I used to have the ones that had the whole costume thing. When I was a kid, I even had a Captain America. This Captain America, I still remember it as a kid, but you can't find it nowhere. The head on it, the face, when you took the mask off of it, the face was different. It was a red face, but the Captain America's mask, I don't know, it's kind of rare. I don't know, I've never seen no more about that one. It's like something, you didn't know you had it, but you can't remember what it looked like. You kind of remember some of what it looked like, but rarely. I had all Star Wars figures, I had the G.I. Joes, the Transformers. I'm still big into Shazam. This Shazam thing is really, there. I do collect everything else. I collect baseballs, sports collectibles, bobbleheads, Funko Pops now. I'm very picky on my Funko Pops. There are certain ones I'll go after, sort of like because they're nostalgia kind of thing. If it's cereal, like Captain Crunch, I went after that one. I have like Guy Fieri. I have Alex Trebek. I even have the Smokey and the Bandit one because I went and liked the movie so much. I like him. You can buy him as a card. I even got the Wienermobile I've seen. And the Funko Pops. I like to have that one in my collection. I actually have a actual Wienermobile that came from an actual grocery store. My grandpa used to be a manager of the grocery stores, Community Cash, if you remember those back in the day here in the South, in South Carolina, wherever else. They used to be a big grocery chain. And he used to be the manager. We go down on Sundays, check the alarm when everything was closed on Sundays before they started opening back up. And I collected football cards all the time out of there and baseball cards. And when I got lucky and got one of the good rookie cards out of that, one of the packs, Joe Montana. And didn't know I was sitting on it for a long time until I got looking and pricing cards back when I was younger and stuff. And I still have that card. And I have a lot of autographs. And I have Dusty Rose, Ric Flair's, Tully Blanchard's, some people that wrestled over this, used to be this wrestling organization over in Spartanburg. They moved to Bowling Springs now. I got some of them people signed on there. I worked backstage at the Balo Center for WWE. Worked a lot of different shows when I was there, especially in WWE 2003. I did Fleetwood Mac, Tim McGraw, and the Dance Hall Doctors. I think that was what I name. Got to see Fleetwood Mac up close. You got to say hey to them. And they say hey back. That's kind of cool. That was the biggest thing of my goal, and being next to the wrestlers is even better. I don't know how many times I got looked up and straight in the face and by Stephanie McMahon and all them others. And they're like they knew me and like they seen you. Went to the first Nitro in 1998. It was awesome, the first Nitro at the Balo Center. And I was sitting where Diamond Dallas Page could see me. And I had a big sign that says, "Feel the bang." Or something. I can't remember everybody. I know he pointed that direction. Never forget it. I was pointing at the sign and he pointed up to that direction where we were sitting. That was the most awesome night ever for that. I've been on the floor for one show when they first had wrestling come to the Greenville. First time Raw, I think, came. It's the night I can't think that. What's his face? God, I can't think his name now. Mick Foley got fired from Vince McMahon. He got Contero'd. That was when The Rock was teaming up with Undertaker that night. And it was on December 18th, 2008, I think. I can't remember that date. It was around December time. It was the first Nitro there, and I had the ticket. Maybe it was in 2000. It was somewhere around there, because I went by myself for that. Then I got to meet CM Punk one time and got his autograph. I got a lot of wrestlers' autographs and stuff here and there. You got David Isley. He used to be a wrestler that wrestled in both organizations, and he had wrestled some of the big names like Sting, Arn Anderson, and you can go type in David Isley. He wrestled against the Road Warriors, and that's the most quickest match he got. Even got clotheslined by the Hawk, up on his shoulder and stuff. That video is up there off of mine Facebook page, and not Facebook page, off of YouTube. If you type in David Isley, you get up most of all his YouTube videos up there where he wrestled and everything. I'm going to reach out to him because me and him was good friends, and I'm going to end up trying to get him on my show so we can talk wrestling and all the stuff back then. and all the stuff he's been through and everything. He's been through kind of rough right now because wrestling has put a big, very toll on him. He's having a lot of surgeries and he's having to work himself back because from injuries from a long, long time ago. And it's finally taking a toll on him now. But I ain't heard much out of him in a while. And I guess he's doing okay and everything. And he posts some cool pictures. He was part of the Thunderfoots and stuff. He has one of their masks, I think. And when he did that, I think I'll reach out to him sometime here and offer to see if he wants to do a podcast with me, and we can set the microphone up between us, or wherever he wants to do it. I can have the way to get that cleaned off in there where I can do phone calls, where I can do actually phone calls and actually do the actual, take over the calls and take the phone call and actually do it through the microphone. I honestly probably could do that better since I do it on a computer now, and we can all type that up and go with it. But go down and check out Borderlands. Well, they have a lot of stuff at Borderlands. They have Funko Pops, games, comic books galore, old comic books. And watch them on Facebook, because they do sales on Borderlands Facebook page. I did a sale the other night, a couple nights ago, and you just got to tell them what you want. When you see it, hope you can get it by the time somebody else does. Sometimes that feed gets slow. It starts crashing on you. But other than that, I'm going to end up trying to go to I'm going to Comic-Con. My wife's probably ain't going to go. She already talked about that. We was talking about letting me go. But I'm going to end up jumping out of here, and I hope everybody has a great Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow for the cold, rainy from Greenville Friday Blast Off show, where I love to talk and stuff. We'll hope to have more on South Carolina Comic-Con. And anybody wants to be interviewed, you can just get in touch with me for that or whatever. If Rob down at Borderlands wants to contact me, he knows where I'm at. You can contact me through anywhere. Alrighty, I'm going to jump out of here. This is Greg Man for Greg Radio Show. Peace. I'm out.